Hello, welcome back to Our Lady Rose. My name is Jess. Today I really want to share with you how I create curriculum, particularly with younger children, as that is a question that I have been asked quite a few times. I just want to share with you that what my qualifications are. So I'm diploma qualified in children's settings from 0 to 6 years of age. I worked in childcare centres as a team leader, creating curriculum for the children that I was working with. And of course, I've been homeschooling for, about 8 years now, I think it is. And so having said all of that, I also want to say still don't see myself, I'm not an expert. And the reason why is because every child is so different, and the only person who really truly knows your child is you, and as the parent. So that's why I really want to encourage families to have a go at creating their own curriculum. No one else knows your child better than you, and I really would just like to encourage you to give it a go, because I just spent so much money buying lots of different curriculums, especially when the children were young. I guess I was feeling, even with my qualifications, taking on the role of educator was really daunting, and I just felt like I had to just look to someone else who was more experienced. And while it is really good and important to kind of read books and learn about child development and different ways to homeschool, you really do know your child best. And just how you present things is going to mean so much more than any curriculum that anyone has kind of created. I guess having said that, I've been thinking a lot about what I want this channel to be, and I could create some curriculums to sell as a PDF, and I still might do that later on down the track if that's what people are kind of, asking for. But really, I want this channel to be an encouragement, and I guess teaching you showing you how you're able to do this yourself, and just kind of giving you the tools to do that, but then for you to be able to go out and create your own curriculum that suits your family. So I had a few questions from family and friends about reading and the right time to kind of start teaching your child to read. And I feel like this one, it really depends on the child. Some children are ready at 3, some children aren't ready until 6. It's one of those things that if you're looking at a group of children who are older that are all reading, you're not going to be able to go around the room and tell who was an early reader and who started a little later. It's just something that when they're ready for, they're going to be able to do it. You can look out for signs, and the signs would be, if they're trying to, when you're reading them their bedtime story, if they're really like focusing on the words and trying to decipher what each kind of word is, if they're like, reading along with you, memorizing the book, driving down and looking at signs, and I guess that whole like decoding words, then that's a sign that they're, wanting to start doing lessons, or, just start learning how to read. The other would be, they're sat there and they're really trying to write down words, and they're asking you, how do I write this word? Or there are other kind of signs to look out for as well. And what I'm sharing today, it can be for children who are pre-readers or children who have just started reading. You can obviously, because you're creating the curriculum, you can make it suit whatever level they're at. So I was having a think about, how to do this, and I just decided to just pick a letter that I would just start with a letter and show you what I would do with my children when they were younger. So I just picked a random one, and I picked R. So what I would do, and I just want to also add that I wouldn't necessarily teach the alphabet in order. I would base it on either their name or their interests, and just pick a letter and just start. So it doesn't have to be in a particular order. So I've showed this just briefly before in one of my videos, and what this book, like what this journal holds, is different books that I use for homeschooling. And so I've just got this one here, which I'm going to go through right now, what I've written down to show you how you might work on the letter R for a week. And then I've also got, I won't show you like what I've written, but I've got this one here that's just, it's undated, and I fill it in with all the things that we've done for that day, just homeschooling related. So I'll just like jot down, you know, completed this lesson in this book, or, you know, worked on this history lesson, whichever. And then the other books that I've got are just different ideas that I've got written down, that I'm just constantly just trying to write it down while I'm thinking about it. And then the other one that I've got is just another, I'll just show you the blank page one, another one that doesn't have the date on there, so I fill it in, and that's just like my calendar, what we've got coming up. So that one is like, appointments, what we've got coming up, and then I might have on the side goals, like let's just say I'm really wanting to do some springtime themed things, because we're about to head into spring, and then just my reminders as well for that month. Okay, so that's what I've got, and I'll just go back to this page here. So this took me about, I don't know, half an hour. I just sat down and I was like, okay, we're going to work on the letter R, and I just jotted down all the things that start with an R that I could think of at the time, that that could be something that we could turn into a curriculum. So I wrote down, you know, rainbow, rain, recipes, reptiles, Rapunzel, ragdoll, recycling, rocks, rhythm, rhymes, race, rockets, riddles, rabbits, railway, raccoons. The next step was going through my home library. So I always go through my home library first, and then if I need anything extra, I'll use the library in town. So through my home library, I was able to find some books that would work. So one of the first things I've got this book set called The Bookshelf for Boys and Girls. It's a set that's has volumes 1 to 9, and then it also has this parent book. It's a really old set. I picked it up from an op shop for $10. And I just went through to the index, to the R section. So this one in particular is the Parent's Guide, and it has all the contents of all the volumes. So I went through to R, and I found Rapunzel, so I wrote down Rapunzel, and then also like which book that would be in. Okay, so I picked up these two books, and normally I'll use post-it notes, but I'm actually out at the moment. I've just used scrap paper. What have I marked off for this one? Oh, this book is the Things to Make and Things to Do. So I've got Ragdoll there, so I've just marked that as an activity that we could do, and then I'd write that down. And then I've also marked braided mats, because you can use strips of rags for that one as well. So these are just ideas. It's not necessarily that that's exactly what we're going to be doing. I'm just in the stage of brainstorming and kind of creating the week and how I want it to look. It could be a week, it could be 2 weeks. You just really kind of go with the flow and just see how your child's responding to what you've done. And other times it might just be you work on that letter for the day, and maybe you've completed everything that you want to for that. And then I've got here marked, so what book was this one? Folk and Fairy Tales. So I've marked Rapunzel, so I can read that one. And the children would just do like a picture for it. And then for rainbow, I went through and found, I've got a rainbow of my own, so I would read that one to the children. And also our book Over the Rainbow, so we'd sing that one together. And also, I feel like I have more for rainbow. Oh yeah, here we go. In my slow down book, I've just marked, let me have a look. A rainbow appears. And then for rain, there was one that I had marked for rain, which was in the Everything book. So these are all just books that I have found at op shops along the way while I was creating my library. So in here I've got a page of riddles that we can do. So I've marked that. I have got racing raindrops, like something to do in the car. And I don't know if anyone did that as a child, but I definitely would, yeah, find 2 raindrops and get them to race. And then also marked something else in here. What was it? Oh, a poem, Mr. Rabbit. So that's in that book. And then I've got the tale of Peter Rabbit that I would read to them. And then I thought that it'd be a really good opportunity to introduce Little Grey Rabbit's Country Book. This one has seasonal activities in it. You know, I wanted to introduce this for a while, so this would be a really good time to, now sometimes, like when you're planning a curriculum like this, it can be like the kind of connections that you're making can seem really like stretched, like it barely connects, but you can make it work. I've also got the Runaway Bunny. Sorry, there's just a truck going past, so my dog's got to bark at it, of course. And then I've got this book here, Play School, the Useful Book, and I have marked off rock painting that we could do, rabbit dress-ups, and hummus with carrot and apple bunny. So there's that one. And I thought a carrot cake could be a really good thing that we could make together because, you know, carrots, rabbits, yeah, it kind of goes. So I would write all of that down on my page, all of my ideas. So I know that at the start of the week, these are the kinds of things that I would like to incorporate into our week. Also making a fresh batch of Play-Doh, so we can make the letter R with our Play-Doh on a mat. We can, you know, make a rabbit. We can hop the letter out on the ground, so we can pretend to be rabbits and we can hop it. Using nature, going for a walk and getting sticks and creating an R with the sticks. Yeah, so there's so many ways that you can kind of draw from your surroundings and from resources that you already have to create your curriculum. And I know you might be thinking, oh, but Jess, this all sounds great, but my children aren't going to enjoy those activities or those books. That's absolutely okay. And I think, like, I guess that's why, you know, I'm wanting to show you how to do it yourself because, yeah, these books might not be books that work for your children or ones that your family are going to enjoy, but that is the beauty of creating your own curriculum. Like maybe your child is going to want to go down is going to enjoy more about learning about rockets and space, or racing, you know, car racing, And you know, with racing, you could also do like, you could create little races that you can do at home. Like you could do the 3-legged race or the egg and spoon race. And then also, you know, with animals, just having a whole heap of different like animal books. And I think I've just marked off raccoon in this one. Yeah, I have. And then you could even add in like a family movie, you know, like the Tale of Peter Rabbit, and you could do that on a Saturday night. Or yeah, so there's just so many options. You don't have to do everything that you've written down. This is just your kind of baseline. And I just really want to say, just to give it a go, just give it a go for 1 week. Because I know it can seem really overwhelming. But yeah, our favorite homeschooling kind of experiences that we've had as a family have been the ones that we've just created ourselves. Because, you know, I've been able to mix it up. I've been able to go with the flow. Like maybe I had presented something that I was really excited about, and the children haven't really been interested in it. So rather than like having this whole curriculum that I've paid for and wasted, I've been able to go, okay, well that didn't work, and then I've been able to change it. So yeah, I really hope this video answers some questions, encourages you to have a go at making your own curriculum. And yeah, you can keep this as your reference. And also when you're filling in your homeschooling at the end of the year, then you can, you know, say, okay, this is what I kind of created. So this would be like what you've created, but then sorry, I'll just get a page that I haven't written on. And then this part is like what you actually did. Because that's really important for homeschooling registration as well, because you're showing the method behind it. And you can even have like a little, like at the bottom, you could even write like, this is what I was inspired to do. The children weren't really interested in learning about rainbows, so we've mixed it up and we've done this instead. Because that's showing that you are creating a curriculum that is going to be beneficial for your children, that you're following their interests, and yeah, it becomes like a living curriculum. So if you have any questions at all, I know I kind of just feel like I've thrown a little bit out just then. And I'm happy to, if you'd like some examples with some different letters, or maybe a different subject, not about the alphabet at all, yeah, pop it in the comments, and I'm happy to answer those questions and to help. If you liked this video, please make sure you like and subscribe. It's really important for the channel, because, and also just for me to be able to see that people are enjoying what I'm putting out there. And yeah, putting those comments in just helps me to work out what people are wanting for the next video. I hope you all have a really wonderful day, and I'll talk to you all soon.